Jose Tutiven, also known as Toots, currently residing in the Bronx in New York City. I was born in Ecuador and lived with my mother, my sister, my grandmother, aunts, and cousins. I was pretty much raised by strong women in my life. My dad lived in New York and worked hard to make sure we never had to worry about food, shelter, and having a great education. I moved to New York when my mom passed away after battling a form of cancer for 9 years. I never knew how much my life would change after she was taken away from us. I had to leave behind all my family, friends, and loved ones to start a whole new family in a different world and try to call it home. I was only 10. Within the first year living in New York, my sister and I were put in a situation where we had to leave our dad and look for a new place to live. The following 5 years, my sister and I struggled to find a place to call home. We would rent rooms from family members and friends we knew because we couldn't afford to rent an actual apartment. Every time we moved into a new place, I knew I couldn't get too comfortable because I knew it wouldn't last. I had to constantly adapt to new neighborhoods, new faces, new schools, new parks, new ways to commute to work. I think the most difficult thing for me was making and keeping friends along the way. I was so used to change that it was hard to invest myself in some place or someone. It was probably the hardest thing I had to accept. We eventually worked our way into a financial position to finally afford an apartment in Brownsville, Brooklyn. It took us 5 years to finally call our place home. Now that I'm older, I reminisce being a kid living in Ecuador and watching my grandmother walking back from the farmer's market so she could cook me some breakfast. To my early teenage years, questioning everything and trying to find answers while commuting on a 2-hour train ride to school. Now that I'm a parent, it is important for me to make sure that my children don't have to go through what I went through. Providing my family with emotional and financial stability is a priority. I question myself sometimes how different my life would have been if my mother hadn't passed away. Despite everything, I cherish my experiences because they made me who I am today. I do know that to create these moments, you have to go out there and be brave.